Donald Trump suffered an acute meltdown on Truth Social as the nightmare of this final term in office continues to build. Donald Trump saying, quote, "The Democrats want illegal aliens, many of them violent criminals, to receive free health care. The Democrats want $500 million to help radical left news outfits. The Democrats want to leave dead people on Medicaid and Social Security rolls so that criminals can continue to be allowed to receive that payment and steal their money. The Democrats want to cut billions of dollars from our once vulnerable rural hospitals, which we fixed by giving them the largest cash infusion ever. The Democrats want men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, open borders, and perhaps most importantly of all, a 5-letter word, crime. They like it and we don't. And so many other things that will destroy America. We cannot let this happen. This is classic Trump, fear and outrage. Lumps several unrelated claims together, criminals, healthcare, dead people, $500 million, radical left media. He finishes it with a "we're all going to die if we don't stop them today." It didn't happen under Biden the way he said it would. It's fear mongering. And I wish it didn't work as well as it did. I really do, but this stuff works. Trump then with another one, going after Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, who is dumb as a rock, is going around and using as a standard part of her speech on why she lost the election that 2024 was the closest presidential election in the 21st century. Everyone knows this is a lie and was covered as such by Fox News. I won the Electoral College, 312 to 226, a landslide, counties nationwide, 2,600 to 525, a landslide, all 7 swing states, a landslide. And despite the fact that California's fake mail-in ballots came in at ridiculous numbers, it was rigged, I still won the popular vote by millions. Bush, as an example, won the election by 537 votes. Many other elections were close. Kamala's closest in the 21st century soundbite was, like everything else in the Democrat Party, a total lie. I expect an apology. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Classic Trump. Personal insult. Kamala's dumb as a rock. Revisionist framing of 2024. So it's trash the messenger and then claim the election wasn't close, so everything's a lie. Standard Trump playbook. Now, Trump did claim a pretty sizable electoral college margin. He's not wrong about that. He doesn't sound that confident. He sounds self-conscious, but he's not wrong about that. But the truth is that this came down to relatively few votes in key swing states. That's kind of always the case. It's just the way American elections work with the Electoral College, urban-rural divide, red and blue states, just kind of the way it is. It comes down to relatively few votes in relatively few states. That was no different. And then Trump finally exploding. A real disgrace took place at the United Nations yesterday. Not 1, not 2, but 3 very sinister events. First, there should be spooky music playing here. First, the escalator going up to the main speaking floor came to a screeching halt. It stopped on a dime. It's amazing that Melania and I didn't fall forward onto the sharp edges of these steel steps face first. It was only that we were each holding the handrail tightly, or it would have been a disaster. This was absolutely sabotage, as noted by a days earlier post in the London Times that said UN workers joked about turning off an escalator. Okay, remember, we already figured out one of Trump's people triggered the stop. Trump continues, the people that did it should be arrested. Well, it's Trump's staffer who did it. Trump continues, then as I stood before a television crowd of millions of people all over the world and important leaders in the hall, my teleprompter didn't work. It was stone cold dark. I immediately thought to myself, wow, first the escalator event, now a bad teleprompter. What kind of a place is this? Remember that we learned that it was the Trump White House that was in control of the teleprompter. And also Trump has claimed for years he doesn't need teleprompters for speeches. Why would it be such a big deal that the teleprompter stopped working? Trump said, I proceeded to make a speech without a prompter, which kicked in 15 minutes later. Good news is the speech got fantastic reviews. Maybe they appreciated the fact that very few people could have done what I did. And third, after making the speech, I was told that the sound was completely off in the auditorium where the speech was made. World leaders, unless they were using interpreter pieces, couldn't hear a thing. All right, anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he continues with the woe is me sort of stuff. Immediate accusations of sabotage. It's all dramatic. It's all personal. It's punitive. He's calling for arrests. It's tailored to portray Trump as a victim of a global conspiracy to make him look bad, to delegitimize the United Nations. And so Trump's pattern, as always, while claiming to be this impenetrable force of male, alpha male energy. He takes minor technical problems, some at least the direct responsibility of his own staff, and he turns them into criminal malevolence by unnamed actors. All of this is meant to generate outrage. It's meant to simplify complex or procedural matters into a moral panic. And everybody is malicious. Everybody's out to get Trump. He's the biggest victim, despite leading a life of incredible privilege for all of this time. I want to hear from you. Does anyone in my audience think the escalator was sabotaged on purpose? Does anyone in my audience think Trump's audio was sabotaged on purpose? Does anybody think that Trump's teleprompter was sabotaged on purpose? Leave a comment and a like. I would love a like. Or send me an email, info@davidpakman.com. When it was time for a new mattress, I didn't want to gamble on something generic. I had heard about Helix. I liked that they customized the mattress based on how you sleep. I'm mostly a stomach sleeper, so I took the quiz and ended up with a model that felt tailored to me. I've had it for years. What I notice is I don't wake up with back stiffness. I don't wake up with shoulder pain. I don't toss and turn looking for a comfortable position. It's just better than my old mattress. It's more supportive, but it's still comfortable. Another thing I like about Helix is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. It's really tailored to you in terms of firmness as well. It's made a difference for me, and I'm thrilled to be partnering with them. Helix is giving my audience 25% off site-wide. Go to helixsleep.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.